Hi, everyone. Welcome to Mermaid Radio. It's another wonderful Monday night, and I am bringing you the Universal Energy Reading. I am Mami Olufunke using the 16 Cowrie and the Veve prophecy cards. Let's get started. The Universal Energy Reading for the planet this time says, Nine Cowrie on the mat and Orunmila Olokun in the Veve prophecy cards. Here, Earth Mother is feeling strong, mighty, powerful. We will see weather, rather windy. Mother Earth is feeling rather shut off from humanity, from us. We're not communicating effectively. We're not keeping our promises. And so Earth Mother is kind of stepping back from us, and she will have to do her thing, and hopefully we can find our way. Earth Mother's not interested in what we want and what we have to say. Earth Mother is looking out for herself, and so she is going to be doing a great work of reclaiming her autonomy. And so we won't really be able to access or hear from Earth Mother. Ashe. The Universal Energy Reading for the people this next 2 weeks sees 4 Cowrie on the mat and Eshu Tambours in the Veve prophecy cards. So here 4 Cowrie says we're going to work and for little reward. It's not going to be very fruitful, and so that our ideas that we come up with now, new ideas, it's not the way to go. It's best to stick to the tried and true methods, because now to put energy and time, materials into something new might not pan out. So we have to hold off on implementing strategies for new ideas and stick to the old ideas, tried and true. Stuff that works without, if we have to work too hard for it, the harder we have to work for it, the less likely it is to bear fruit. Ashe. The Universal Energy Reading for love over the next 2 weeks sees 10 Cowrie on the mat and Osayen Agbao Rune in the Veve prophecy cards. So here, we're in a dangerous state where our love is concerned, because we are feeling regret. Maybe we feel like we didn't get with the right person and we could have done something else with somebody different, or something like that. But believe me, that feeling will pass. The feelings of regret, and be careful now, because you could get pregnant under this sign in love. So if you're meeting someone new, you definitely want to use precautions. It seems as though we're not going to have a good sense of reasonable partnerships. We're going to be either taken up with the way they look or the way they smell or something they have that we want, that we think we could need. But it would not be good for us to accept new love at this time. And it would not be good for us to look outside of our relationships now, because the people outside of our relationships, no matter what's going on in our relationships with somebody you've known for a year or 2 or 10 or 20, it's easier to see that person making good or bad decisions than it is to deal with somebody new that you don't know. Will probably bring you to things that are not good for you. People will offer you themselves, jobs, money, parts in movies, and all of this. If it's about love, be careful, because this is a time where love outside of your usual and regular activities can bring you to something that's not good for you. Ashe. The universal energy reading for money over the next 2 weeks sees 9 Cowrie on the mat and Osayen Yemoja in the Veve prophecy cards. Here, 9 Cowrie says that if you have a partner, you might need a new partner. So you could need a new partner in money. You will need to go, you should go to someone like myself, a priest, a priestess, Babalao, other shaman person that's doing readings to find out about your money situation. You need more information and you need confirmation to make sure that you are trusting the right people. So you don't want people behind your back slandering you. You don't want people working negative magic against you. This is that kind of time. 9 Cowrie on the mat says people are willing to work negative magic against you. So we have to be careful. In this reading for this next 2 weeks, we got 9 Cowries 3 times on the mat. Ashe. Also in your career, you get 9 Cowries on the mat and Ogun Ezilio Shun in the Veve prophecy card. So here you're gonna possibly deal with people backstabbing, talking bad about you behind your back, slander. Negative magic is sometimes things like slander, sometimes things like saying things about you that aren't true, or is something that doesn't need to be pointed out, So you might deal with some embarrassment because of what people could be saying about you behind your back. Look your best and do stand up for yourself. If you feel like, you are being embarrassed. Let me get this book. There was something else I wanted to say about that. So you're going to have to, I don't have to get the book. You're going to have to shine in spite of this. You're going to have to, people might speak against you, they, gossip about you, talk bad about you, but you have to sing, dance, create, show your best foot at your job, in your workplace. If you're in a creative field, then you have to sing, dance, and create anyway, in spite of what other people will have to say. Ashe. The universal energy reading for health and well-being over the next 2 weeks sees 7 Cowrie on the mat and Yemoja Orumila in the Veve prophecy cards. So, 7 Cowrie says, don't make promises you can't keep. So, and even though people will talk bad about you, like, oh, I don't know, what is this in my hair? Oh, paint is in my hair. Okay. Even though people will talk bad about you, gossiping and trying to make you feel bad, this year our health should be in getting better, especially if that's what we want and that's what we think about and that's what we eat towards and that's what we exercise towards. Whatever exercise that we do, whatever exercise that we can do, we need to be doing it, walking at least 40 minutes a day. And also teach yourself, if you don't have good eating habits, now is a good time to teach yourself better eating habits. And if you are worried about anything, any chemicals, any foodborne problems, research them, and so you can find out and know, rather than think that you know, and you might make a mistake with your own health based on that. Of course, what the doctor says, you take these tests, if you see how your blood is doing, see how your situation is going. Just know that this year, as long as you think well of your health and you work on it, you should see improvement. Ashe. The universal energy reading for spiritual development this next 2 weeks sees 13 Cowrie on the mat and Azaka Obatala in the Veve prophecy cards. This reading is a little disturbing because it talks about 13 Cowries talks about venereal diseases and Azaka Obatala talks about separation, divorce. So here I find, okay, so we have the 13 Cowries. When I was coming into my time for initiation is very intimate and people get cut for initiation, at least for Orisha initiation. I don't know how a lot of other initiations go, but I know for a fact a lot of initiations use a knife. So before I came into it, a lot of people use one knife and initiate people, groups of people, 10 people, 5 people, 2 people, 8 people. And in the late 80s, along with the AIDS epidemic, people were getting initiated and they were getting cut, and a group of people used one knife, one blade, and they cut the first person, and that person was HIV positive, and everybody in the group got HIV, and I don't think to this day any of them survived, because back then, 20 some odd years ago, maybe 2 or 3 people were still alive from that group, which had happened like within the 5 years before I got initiated, right? 6 years before I got initiated, in the 80s. And so it was like quite unfortunate that had happened. But when I see 13 Cowrie, and I know 13 Cowrie talks about venereal transmission, it doesn't always have to be, sexually transmitted. It can be otherwise in this case. And so you have to be careful. If you're getting initiated now, bring your own blades. And if you're getting initiated in a group of people, bring enough for everybody. Everybody should bring enough for everybody. I thought it was crazy in my group. I was the only one that brought anything. And luckily I brought enough for everybody, because I brought my Orisha number, which is 7. And so I brought 7. And so everybody was able to get their own. And so it's very disconcerting to think that we have to think like that, but we do, because okay, so we have HIV, and then we have other things, bloodborne illness, yeah. And I don't know how things pass from person to person, but you would worry about any bloodborne illness in that case. So also we have divorce. Okay, so people will want to leave their spiritual group. And I say with this reading, look before you leap. So that means you go out and find somewhere to go before you jump off, unless it's just so unbearable, you feel like your treatment is unbearable, then you might want to just jump off it anyway. But make sure you're going to, it's not for love, because here love can bring corruption in the next 2 weeks. So, and it might not be good for you to just jump up from where you are to go to a new place to follow love. you know. Um, I think if we, in this reading, the ritual for 13 Cowrie says that we need to donate to a worthy cause. So if you have a cause that you can donate to, you can always look them up online, people taking donations. You can give directly to a church in your neighborhood, or, you know, donate to a worthy cause. Maybe someone in your family is trying to get a business off the ground, or a, you know, when a child needs a computer in your family, or whatever, you know, you, however you can help someone. That is our ritual for this reading. 9 calories 3 times. Also, if you could get Obeah, a eggplant, clean yourself off with it and let it set in your house, and, you know, and dry out. And then so you can see how it dries out, and how you're doing, you know, because it can dry out whole and nice and fine, or it can have holes in it, and, you know, it can really get a little messy. So use Obeah as an oracle to check on yourself. This has been Mami Olufunke's Universal Energy Reading. I thank you for joining me this time. This reading is in effect from today, Monday, January 15th, through Sunday, January 28th, 2024. Be great, everyone, these next 2 weeks. Everyone, take care. Odabo.